What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brendan. I'm BManX45, and today we're coming at you with another video. We have another deck profile for EX7. We're going with our green deck and our new main character, our MC of Digimon Liberator. It's Pteromon. It's our Zephagamon deck for the Digimon Liberator set. This is going to have all the cool Pteromon cards, including the promos, and just it's amazing because we got the starter deck and EX7 at the same time. Plus, we added some promos for, so we had almost three dedicated lines, at least 2.5 dedicated lines to this deck. So it's really been great to see how the evolution of this deck goes and how it could potentially go in the further. I'm excited for Medieval Gallimon and EX8 now that I've watched the latest chapter of Liberator. I mean, like, that might even be better in the deck at this point. But we're going to talk about this deck and what I like about it and what I think its drawbacks are as well, and where it could go in the future. And hey, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of fun. Without further ado, let's get into it here. We will start off with our Digi-Eggs. As always, we're playing the Fluffies. The Fluffymon from EX7, which is your turn once per turn when this Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon by battle, gain 1 memory. This deck does revolve around your opponent putting stuff on board and you punishing them for it. It doesn't need that to win, but it does accelerate the deck. Basically, if you try to defend and then wait for your opponent to put something on the board, then you can go hard against them. So yeah, there's Fluffymon. It's so fluffy. I just keep thinking of the line from Minions. It's so fluffy. Next, we're going to start with our Pteromon Searcher, our ST18. Reveal top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with Avian or Bird in any of its traits, and 1 card with the Vortex Warriors or Liberator trait among them to your hand. Return the rest to the bottom of the deck. So you can add 2 Digimon. You can add a Tamer and a Digimon. The options are endless. And then he gets plus 2,000 inheritable, which is really, really good. We play 4 of the new EX7 Pteromon. When this Digimon would Digivolve into a Digimon card with the Avian or Bird in any of its traits, reduce the Digivolution cost by 1. So, yeah, Digivolves into your champion for 1. That's always good, getting up the line super fast. All turns inheritable. When this Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon by battle, gain that memory. So you gain that 1 memory. I think it's the same for most of the lower lines. They all share the same inheritable, and you'll kind of see that there. Last, we also play 2 Pteromon from the promo, which is just on play, suspend 1 of your opponent's Digimon, and then plus 2,000 inheritable. Again, it's good in the back. It's good if you have to hard drop it or play it for free with certain effects that we do have in the deck, which we'll get to later. I wouldn't mind playing a 3rd one, but I also play 1 Lotmon, and I wouldn't mind playing a 2nd Lotmon. This is cool. Lotmon can just Digivolve in the line. If you don't have anything, if you don't have any of your Pteromons. The other good thing about Lotmon is all turns when the Digimon is suspended, gets plus 1,000, so that's not bad at all either. But if you can hard drop this card, it's really cool because it gives your guys Alliance, which is super good. And I really do like the combination of Alliance with Vortex, which is kind of funny because, like I said, Medieval Gallimon and EX8 is going to have both those abilities. So obviously someone was thinking ahead. But that's it for our rookies. Just 11 rookies. Seems a little bit low. I wouldn't mind bumping it up by 1. So I wouldn't mind either the Lotmon or another Pteromon. But for right now, we're just going to stick with what we got. It's been working out pretty good. On to champions. We're playing 4 Galemon. Plus 2,000 inheritable. This is the promo version. Suspend one Digivolving by suspending 1 Digimon, and that's any Digimon. This Digimon gets plus 2,000 until the end of your opponent's turn. Your turn. Well, you have Shoto Kazuma. This Digimon gains piercing, so that's kind of cool as well. Especially because you can attack your opponent's Digimon. We play 3 of the Galemon from EX7, which is if you have 1 or fewer Tamers when Digivolving, you may play 1 Shoto from your hand, so it lets you play up to a second Shoto for free. And then all turns inheritable. When you delete some opponent's Digimon by battle, gain a memory. So this one I feel is only good at 3. Like I know we played 4 of the same champion type in heavy metal, but you have so many Tamers and so many ways to play them, and they're just sometimes it's good to just drop a Tamer at the end of the turn. So I think 3 is good enough for this guy, just because some of the other champions are better. And we also play 2 of the Galemon from ST18. Again, this is another way you can play Tamers. Security, you may play 1 card with the Liberator trait at play cost of 4 or less from your hand or trash without paying the cost. So you hit this guy off security, you can play a free Tamer, you can play a free Pteromon. Good stuff. It's got built-in Vortex, which is at the end of your turn, this Digimon may attack an opponent's Digimon with an effect, even if it can attack even if it was played this turn. So basically, it kind of lets you rush blitz. It's like a rush blitz combo, basically. Think about it that way. But you have to attack an opponent's Digimon. But you can redirect with one of your Tamers. It's also got plus 2,000 inheritable, so your guys are always going to be big. So that's it for our guys. 9 champions. Again, seems a little bit low. Just how things work. We play 3 of the EX7 Grand Gale. He's got Vortex. When Digivolving, you may suspend a Digimon. If this effect suspended your Digimon, this Digimon isn't affected by the effects of your opponent's Digimon until the end of the turn. That's a pretty decent effect, but also just being able to suspend your opponent's Digimon or yours could be really good in this deck. It's also got the inheritable your turn once per turn when this Digimon attacks your opponent's Digimon, this Digimon may unsuspend. So lets you unsuspend, which is the same thing the inheritable of the starter deck Grand Gale does, but his on play when Digivolving effect is a little bit different. It's suspend 1 Digimon if this effect suspended one of your Digimon, so you can't do yours or your opponent's. You may play 1 Digimon card with the Avian or Bird in any of its traits and 3,000 or less from your hand without paying the cost. So it lets you play Pteromon for free. So that's really, really good. Does come up, can be good. So I do like 2 copies of it and 3 of the other one. And then lastly, we're playing a couple one-ofs. We're playing Rapidmon because Rapidmon's super good. Just de-digivolve and then if you have a green Tamer in play, until the end of your opponent's turn, your opponent's effects can't delete this Digimon or return it to the hands or deck. So that's really good. Hard to get around, so 1 copy is really good. And then all turns inheritable when this Digimon deletes some post Digimon by battle, trash the top card of the security stack. So it kind of works in the same tandem as it gets rid of multiple cards, just like the Grand Gales. And then lastly, we play Argomon, because Argomon's pretty cool, because you can Digisorption for 3, Digivolve for free. And then when attacking inheritable, you can play a level 3 Digimon card from your hand suspended without paying the memory cost. So again, playing free Pteromons is always good. So I do like 1 Argomon because it's kind of like a win more card if you can't get your Grand Gales. That is it for the level 5s we got there. Like 7? 7 of those. Yeah, 7 of those. Getting into our megas here. We're playing the big boss monster, Zephagamon. We're playing 3 from the starter deck. He's the better one. He's got Vortex. He's got when Digivolving, suspend 1 Digimon, and then unsuspend 1 Digimon, so he can unsuspend himself. All turns once per turn. When this when any Digimon unsuspend for the turn, this Digimon isn't affected by the effects of your opponent's Digimon and gets 3,000 DP. So he starts out at 14, and he's unaffected by Digimon effects for the rest of the turn. And that's an all turns effect, so that's really, really good. Yeah, for the turn. So it's just for your turn, but the same thing if your opponent's Digimon unsuspend next turn, he gets his all turns effect. So it's really good. And then the Vortex is also really cool. We do play 2 of the EX7 Zephagamon, which has security attack +1 and Vortex, so you can do multiple checks. As well, when Digivolving and when attacking, suspend 1 Digimon. If this effect suspended your Digimon, return one of your opponent's suspended Digimon to the bottom of the deck. So returning your opponent's stuff to the bottom of the deck is also really, really good. We do play a couple extra cards. We play a Saberleomon Ace. Ace cards are so good. Blast Digivolve, on play when Digivolving. 2 of your opponent's suspended Digimon get minus 8,000 DP until the end of your turn. And then when Digivolving, when attacking, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Then if they have no unsuspended Digimon, this Digimon unsuspends. So it's really good. A little kind of win more if you don't get can't get into your Zephagamon. You have a Grand Gale on board. Just potentially makes your opponent think twice about attacking. As well as we play 1 Mega Gargo. We are playing the Rapidmon. Mega Gargomon's such a great ace counter effect. It's got reboot blocker, suspends 2 Digimon when Digivolving, or Tamers. Then 2 of their Digimon or Tamers can't unsuspend or Digivolve until the end of the turn. And then when Digivolving, end of attack, you may unsuspend this Digimon, so you get multiple attacks. And yeah, so it's really good. And with all the plus 2,000 inheritables, you always have really big stuff. It's always really super big. So it's really great, especially because you can blast Digivolve and you can just Digivolve on that Rapidmon for 5. So that's good. Or Digivolve for 4 because your Rapidmon's level 5, but whatever. We play 1 Quartzmon because Quartzmons help you locks out the game. Your opponent has to waste resources to get over it, and then usually by then you're in a pretty good position because your other stuff is safe, or you can build a stack back in raising basically to take the place as soon as the Quartzmon dies. So Quartzmon's always really good, and you do play HPD because it's a green deck, so you always want to have those really good Quartz plays. Yeah. I know you could play other things, like there's so many different, like you could play like Death Axe, or you could play so many different things. Paladin mode was another thing I was thinking about. I just think Quartzmon is it's always a hard card to get around, it seems. We play 3 of the starter deck Shoto, one of the first memory tamer. One of the first memory tamer. No, I think, no, because the SD16 and 15 were memory tamers. But, yeah, it's just funny we're getting more memory tamers in starter decks now. So use your memory tamer, and when any of your Digimon attack your turn, your opponent's Digimon, by suspending this tamer, you may change the attack target to another of your opponent's Digimon or a player. So this lets you kind of bypass their Digimon with Vortex and attack for game, potentially. So that's really, really good. You play 3 copies of the EX7 Shoto, which is start of your main phase if your opponent has a Digimon gain a memory. End of your turn, by suspending this tamer, one of your Digimon gets piercing and blockers, so you can add piercing to that Vortex, which is always really good, so you don't actually have to redirect an attack to kill some security. And then until the end of your opponent's turn, if it has the Vortex Warrior trait, it unsuspends. So then you can potentially either have it, if you maintain turn with like memory gain, you can attack again, or you can just have it be unsuspended for your opponent's turn so that they can't attack over it. Lastly, I like to play 2 of the promo Shoto because it's a free Pteromon search. You may play a Pteromon from your hand without paying the cost. You play this start of game, you have it on the board, you play a Searcher Pteromon, you've got 2 cards for 1, you have your Tamer on the board, and then when one of your Digimon would Digivolve into a Digimon with the Avian or Bird in any of their traits, by suspending this Tamer, gain 1 memory. So it reduces your Digivolution costs. So I think 2 copies is really great. It's not as important as the other ones, but I feel like you can use it, and it's really good in the deck. Okay, and then on to the last part of the deck, we play 4 agility training because reduced Digivolutions are great, and being able to grab your Tamers and your and like everything's green, so being able to grab everything is always really good. We play 1 HPD because this is a green deck, so don't have to explain that. And we play 2 Digimon Liberator, which you can play pretty much regardless of the cost because everything should have the Liberator trait in it. And then reveal top 3 of your deck, add 1 card with the Liberator trait among them to the hand, return the rest to the bottom of the deck. Then you may play 1 card with Liberator trait and a play cost of 3 or less from your hand without paying the cost. So it lets you play your Tamers for free. So again, that's why we don't need as many Galemons there of the EX7 one anyways. But that is the deck, guys. Tell me what you think. Do you like the choices? Do you think I could do better? Do you think I should be running more rookies? Do you think I should be running more champions? What options do you think I could change about this deck to make it a little bit better? Let me know down in the comments. And it looks like that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope to see you in the next video. And as always, have a wonderful day. And that's all for now, folks.